Hi, this is Robert. If you are right now in a season wondering about your purpose in life, your self-worth, your contributions, I want you to know something. God does some of his best work in seasons that feel like nothing is being accomplished. We feel like we're just out in a vast wasteland of time. And as I was chasing down this thought throughout the Bible, there are some heroes that come to mind where one number seems to stand out over others. For those who've lived through some of these dry seasons, that number's 40. Let me explain. 40 is not random. It's not accidental. 40 represents waiting. It represents testing. It represents preparation. It represents and ultimately represents fulfillment. First, there was Noah. Now think about this. Even before the rain ever started, scholars estimate Noah and his family worked somewhere between 40 and 75 years to build the ark. That's patience. That's preparation. And then it rained for 40 days and nights. Now this wasn't just a normal weather pattern. They'd never seen rain. This was a complete reset. Imagine being inside the ark for 40 days, 40 nights. The storm is all around. The uncertainty, not knowing what comes next. At that point, they don't know the outcome. But here's the truth, and listen carefully. While the storm was raging outside, God was preserving and preparing something inside. For some of us, that's where we are right now. There's a storm all around, but God is keeping you safe right where you are. That was Noah. Then there's David and Goliath. For 40 days, Goliath stood taunting, intimidating, mocking for 40 days of fear, until one day David shows up. And in one moment, what had dragged on for 40 days was over. Now listen to this. Whatever the giant was, whatever the giant you're facing, your breakthrough can take place in an instant, in a moment, even if your period of waiting has been years, not days. And of course, there's Christ. Before his ministry began, Christ spent 40 days in the wilderness, fasting and praying, preparing, hungry, tested, alone. Why? Because, and listen carefully, preparation always comes before purpose. Again, preparation always comes before purpose. But often we don't want the preparation. We don't want that time. We don't want the wilderness time. The patience, the hard work, the investments in ourselves. We want the calling. We want the attention. We want the end result. But we don't always want the process, do we? Psalms 91 talks about being under his wings for protection. We want that. We want to be part of the team. But when you're under his wings, it also means that you're at his feet. It means you're serving. You're in obedience. You're in service. We want one. We don't necessarily want the other. So what does this mean for you right now? If you're in a season of waiting, of struggling, of questioning, of feeling overlooked, feeling abandoned, invisible, well, trust me on this. You are not being ignored. You're being prepared. Hear this. God, this is really important. God does not waste these seasons. He will not. He will not waste them. He is strengthening you. He is building you. He is refining you. He is pruning you. He's teaching you. He's positioning you, even if you can't see it. And if you're later in life, like I am, and the demographics say on this channel, if you're watching it, you're probably not in your first 40 years. You're probably in your second 40 years. It can be easy to think my best days are behind me. My purpose is over. I have no more tasks. But know this, that's a lie. Some of the greatest moments in Scripture come after long, long seasons of waiting. Now listen to me, your story's not finished. So don't give up in this 40. You're so close to your purpose, because on the other side of waiting is fulfillment. On the other side of testing is the promise. And on the other side of this season, well, you and God are still writing that story. So what do? Listen to me. Stay faithful. Stay steady. And trust this, that God works in the waiting. Trust this season. This is Aging in America with Robert. If you have found this helpful, do me a big favor, like and subscribe and leave a comment below. It really helps to get these short thoughts out to others who may need to hear a word of encouragement. Until we speak again, let's all age well together.